Well, good morning, people. Good evening to those of you who haven't been to bed yet. I just thought I'd take a moment and reintroduce myself. My name is Owen Willett. I am a child abuse survivor. I have complex post-traumatic stress disorder. I have acquired brain injury from that abuse, but also from another attack in my early teens. I struggle with it daily. I thought I would come on and reintroduce myself tonight because I'm having a problem. I haven't slept all night. Can't breathe. Worry, panic. Some of that goes back to the PTSD, child abuse, and historical problems. Every time I had an asthma attack, I was too afraid to ask my father to take me to the hospital. So I would hide in a corner and slowly suffocate, waiting for him to wake up so I could go to the hospital. Too afraid to wake him up. I would rather suffocate. That's pathetic. And then when I have the breathing problems as an adult, I'm taken back to that every time. First thing that comes to my head is remembering hours of suffocating, struggling to breathe, afraid to ask my parent for help. Because the abuse would be worse than the attack. I can't breathe. Why should I be afraid? Complex post-traumatic stress is no joke. You'll notice it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm wearing all my clothes. People who suffer with some of the issues that I have, well, you're afraid. You don't get undressed and go to bed. Somebody shows up at your fucking door, you gotta be ready to go. You sleep with your clothes on, fight or flight. If you're fully dressed, you can flight or fight. If you're naked in bed, you do nothing but be a victim. Yeah, my brain becomes consumed with thoughts of horrible people. Not thoughts of doing horrible things to people myself, thoughts of all the horrible things people have done to me. And it hyperextends to how many people out there have the same problems I have, and they're struggling through life, and they have no clue that their parent gave them an acquired brain injury. They have no clue that their parent gave them complex post-traumatic stress. They have no clue that it was their parents that destroyed them. They didn't destroy themselves. They were destroyed before they were old enough to make their own decisions. I believe there is a huge percentage of our population out there with that problem. So, with my posts, with my social media presence, it's my intention to bring awareness to traumatic brain injury, complex PTSD, which is different than PTSD. I go to the doctor, and every time anybody touches me, I don't go, that nice touch, rub my back. As soon as their finger touches me, I'm jumping. And that is part of the syndrome. for years untreated. So, and then the money I was given to get treatment, my brother stole. You couldn't make this shit up. My life is a movie. He stole the money for the brain injury settlement and then put me into a position where I was in jail and in the mental hospital cycle. Laughed about it and spent my money, made himself more. And then, literally fucking put somebody in the ground trying to make it look like he was the guy that got the settlement. Drunk driving accident cost somebody's life. He claims he got a brain injury and a big settlement. That's why he's rich with no job. But they were drunk driving and there was no settlement for fuck all. Nobody got nothing. Forrest's money came from me. Forrest Willett's money came from Owen Willett, trusting him enough to make him power of attorney to get it back from his father. Yeah, I can't believe the shit they left me in. The condition they left me in. Or that I was able to survive life without their help, with in fact their effort to destroy me. I still succeeded. And that's fucking amazing. Despite the fact that I have nothing and I have no chance. A great deal of attention needs to be brought to people who are victimized by their family after tragedy. A great deal of attention needs to be brought to the victimization of disabled people who were once normal, healthy people who worked and had a normal way of life. And then because of terrible circumstance, they end up getting a big settlement to look after them for the rest of their lives because they're broken for life. And some creepy family member steals everything and spends the rest of their life painting their brain-injured family member as a mental psychopath and a danger to the community. Everybody should hate him and nobody should listen to him. You know, building the defense before it's needed. This world is a tragic place. We need to start taking care of our elders and the disabled. It's a sad circumstance, the state we have allowed our country to come to, and the crimes we are allowing our community to commit against their peers. Our government is broken. Our last hope is going to be the human rights groups. Anyways, just touching base. Now, I'm going to get real tired. I'll fall asleep. This nature of the PTS cycle, the abuse youth cycle, was he came home drunk from work, angry and wanting to fucking smash somebody. And whoever is first gets it, or whoever peeps stop gets it. My brother Forrest used to sit there and laugh at me getting beat. You know, if you stop crying, he'll stop hitting you. Really? You guys are fucked. The things that happen to a person in their first 10 years of their life are going to shape the entirety of the rest of their life. And that is a fact. There's nothing anybody can do to escape it. So if you don't think that the behavior of parents towards children affects a person's decisions as an adult, then I would say that you need to go back to school. No, it doesn't force people to, I'm not saying that. But what you do is you train the brain to act off of your information of what is right and wrong. And you set those boundaries for the child. They don't set them themselves. It is your parents, whether you want to admit it or not.